This day I'm taking the scooter and going to buy a welder. Come with me.
On my way to Biltema, first I'm gonna throw away some pieces.
Here I am at a store called Biltema here in Sweden. I have thought about which welder I should buy. I have thought about Lidl's. I have thought about Jula's, but I finally decided that it is probably Biltema that I should invest in. It is a little more expensive than the other two. I am looking for a welder that can weld with flux cord wire, that is, without gas. Mainly because it is probably the easiest, especially if welding is to be done outdoors.
Want the MIG one. WE, shouldn't it be MI?
I will probably choose the cheapest MIG machine that Biltema has. That model seems to be manufactured in China by a company called Shanghai Hugong Electric, and is called Extreme MIG 130.
It says MI here, WI here. Why is that?
So this smaller MIG welder can be made gasless, flux/core, and it can be run with gas. So if I wanted to run on gas in the future, that is also supported. And I think it is possible to run with these sticks MMA, manual metal arc, welding. If you run the welder as MIG or flux core, you can choose wire that is from 0.6 up to 0.9 millimeters. The welder has IGBT transistors instead of a traditional transformer, which is modern and draws less current.
What's the difference?
It has overheating protection and it has stepless adjustment of current and feed. It has one-phase feed of 230-volt alternating current. This makes it easier to use when three-phase is missing.
For sort of puncture welding. I think this will do fine. Let's see. We should have for flux. Aluminium. Stainless steel. Here we have for fluxless welding and low lead steel. Time to go home. So when I was considering buying one of these, I didn't know this is what was one thing that I was looking for. So I'll show you. It's if you want to buy the K, means that it's for flux core thread, or wire, flux core wire. Anyway, it is this is 25 millimeters big. So if you want to buy a new one, that's for the case. The K stands for flux. It has a more, it's sort of more edgy. I don't know if you can see, but you got some to help it pull there. The other side is 0.6 V, so it's a V shape form if you want to go that way. But I bought a 0.8 now. I will try to find a 0.6 flux core wire later on. But so I need to buy one with a 0.6 K. And I've ordered one, so I was curious if I ordered the right size. Default size of this is 0.8, so you want to go with that. And they send you an extra 0.8 and 0.0023, so that's something American. It's like probably the same. And you get an extra wheel here for if you're gonna go with the gas. It has the V and it has 0.6 V. So this is made for 0.6 and 0.8, which is what I like, what I want. Got the Biltema here, and this is normally the earth, but on fluxcore we put it on plus. So we got plus here, and it should be like this. Sorry, and then the other one. Pretty tight. And then I'm gonna put it on fluxcore here, and then you can choose between this. But one thing I was wondering when I was doing this was if there's constant current on this one. It is not on this Biltema. So this is Hugong or something, Chinese one. They are the biggest manufacturers of welding machines in China. So I believe they're pretty good. So this is what I'm running right now, fluxcore, and as I said, plus goes to here. Är det igång?
Jag ska se här. Jo, han är igång.
Han är igång.
Japp.
Det var dåligt. Det var dåligt. Ja, den är. Ja.
I don't know how interesting it is for you to look at this, but if I'm a speculator on a technical gadget myself, I prefer to see as much as possible in order to make a decision. Here are my half-baked attempts. It's quite windy. I'm not getting anywhere. The plates aren't particularly cleaned, but they're made of sheet metal, so they shouldn't be that bad.
This one looks pretty good.
So they're not rusty,
Otherwise
but I'm
doesn't look
testing my
good.
luck here, trying to get a little grip on how this weld works and how I should set it up before I start on the car. The method of welding fairly quickly one after the other, before the previous weld has had time to cool, seems to be the best method. It is important to choose the right diameter of the nozzle and welding flux wire. It is also important that the feed motor is able to feed the wire without slipping. Flux is not a great thing to weld with. It messes up something enormously, and the weld itself often looks bad. However, it is good for joining some sheet metal at a hobby level.
Det är inte mycket till. Jag kör en till.
Kör det.
Jag kör en till. Kanske fastnar på den där.
Stoppa.
vet inte. Det går fan ingen vidare. Ska jag köra på eller?
Mm.
I had some problem yesterday. I think it wasn't clean enough, so I cleaned it a bit extra today. So it was the linseed oil that is covering where I taped it. But hopefully it will work better today, and maybe I have to, but this is too big a gap. So, and we got this one too. This is a hard one. We have a, can't get it clean under there. But yeah, you can't have it too big. This will be hard. It's too big of a gap, but I'm gonna hammer it a bit more. This is the hardest part. It's a big gap. Not too bad. Of course it looks like bird beep, but yeah, at least it's solid. You can sort of form it. So this is attached. Yes, is that one left? So stuck here, gonna continue. This one is tight, so it should be pretty easy. Let it cool down. How's it going? Yeah, pretty well. This is attached, and this one is solid. So what gear am I using? This actually works. It's a EEVORKS from AliExpress, super cheap. This one also works good. Stanley. It's the 2000E version. It's a bigger screen on that one. I think so, maybe not. And I'm using these high temperature mats. A small one just to cover the electronics. Got a bigger one here I bought. So protecting everything I can when it's splattering around, you know. Also bought them on AliExpress. Using my Biltema grinder. It's this type. It has a velocity adjuster. Yeah, for you guys who are looking for gears. And here we have the part. I've grinded off that piece and cleaned it up a bit where I'm gonna weld. So now I'm just gonna clean this up with acetone and clean this up also with acetone and maybe white spirit. First white spirit and then acetone. And then weld it. It's cleaned up. It's in place. Put some primer, zinc based, rust protective, and then some linseed oil for whole room, as it says, lean oil based Biltema. And the brake disc is too thin and it doesn't go all the way. We'll see what the MOT says about that. It's starting to get a bit black, I believe. Maybe not. Anyway, I'm gonna spray it with the linseed oil. The thin one, the thin product, as they say. And I let it soak in. I put a cardboard here under so it will drip down on it.
In conclusion, the welding machine from Biltema works. Yes, in my eyes relatively well. It is of course important with the groundwork, that it is clean, that it is not windy. And it is certainly possible to find better welding wire, better welding flux wire. I used this in this case with 0.8 mm flux wire, and when Lidl sells its 0.6, I will take the opportunity to buy a roll. Since it is said to be easier with 0.6 mm for car sheet metal, thin car sheet metal. In any case, I am relatively happy with the purchase, and I hope this video gave you something. Don't forget to like the clip if so, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Can't